we still do. We still do. We still do.
We still do after all this time at the altar. I alter my mind and vow to God I love you till he make his return. The rain should be the least of your concern. Under God's umbrella, I promise to provide and preserve his word and to serve your mind and spirit. Let me drive the boat. I promise I'ma steer it. The devil cannot get near it. You'll know this soon as you hear it. You need me, I need you. Even after the altar, we still do.
The performance aspect, just speaking as a man, like that can bring a lot of shame, you know, because it's a way that men, it's one of the ways men identify themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I a good sexual partner? Can I fulfill my partner's sexual needs? Like, can I make her climax? All the things. And if I can't, if I sense some frustration, some judgment, some disgust on my partner's face because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, there can be a lot of shame attached to that.
Yeah.
Like, there can be a lot of shame attached to the fact that I'm not performing how I'm supposed to perform sexually for my partner. And it's also important how the spouse responds in that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, when there is shame needs to be exposed. Shame needs light. Shame needs to be talked about. You know what I'm saying? Because if you allow shame to hide, shame generates its power from not being seen.
That's good.
And the more you hide, the stronger shame gets. The stronger shame gets, the more it plays with your self-confidence. The more it plays with your self-esteem. Like, as the spouse, like, so from a male talking to a woman, like my spouse, for example, let's say I'm talking to you, like, it's important that when I come to you, talking to you about, you know, maybe a performance issue, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't climax, but I bust quick, or I was the first to bust, whatever. Like, it's important that if I do come to you, or if you come to me, like, I can't see you judging me. I can't see you criticizing or mocking or even clowning me. You know what I'm saying? Because like, people can be cruel. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really want to affect the self-esteem of a guy, let's say this, if you really want to affect the self-esteem of your husband, talk about his sex life in a negative way. You know what I'm saying? To him, like, trash.
That's
Suck.
Horrible.
Minute Man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
who made that song? Was that Beyonce? No, who had a song?
Wasn't it Missy?
Something about, like, I don't want no
I
Minute
don't want
Man.
no Minute Man. I think it was Missy Elliott.
Okay, Missy Elliott.
He too young, clearly.
Whatever. The point is, that song
I think
made being a Minute Man more shameful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's hard to overcome that type of shame for men, is all I'm getting to. So we gotta be mindful with how we talk about that, because that is vulnerable territory.
So one thing that comes to mind is when Adam and Eve was in the garden, and Eve was Adam and Eve, and when they tried to cover themselves with the fig leaves and they realized that they were naked, God told them, "Who told you that you were naked?" And it wasn't the shame that he brought on them. I believe that he was exposing the darkness. And so you sharing that of like shame and how it has to hide, and then it intensifies and it's hiding, and you get self-conscious and lack of confidence. If shame is hidden and in this darkness, then only exposing light on it will help to bring it out of shame. And I think that's in bringing it to have a conversation and talking about it, right? And exposing the lie, because that's what God said. Who told you? Like, who told you was naked? You know, they have clearly been deceived. And for something that naturally was created the way that God had designed it to be. And so I think about that, of like the need to expose the areas of shame, and even like, okay, look, I know I didn't do my best. You know what I mean? I was tired. I'm sorry you didn't get to get yours, or whatever it is in this vulnerability when it comes to to sex, of being able to talk about that and bringing
Yeah.
that thing to the light, I believe that it helps to prevent the fact that men want to hide.
Mhm.
And you were saying that performance, that men look at it, this is their performance. And if you want to ever make a man feel small, then to obviously belittle him in his performance when it comes to sexually. But I'm curious to why men view it as that, or even you, because you're mentioning the performance versus the way that I see sex is this discovery
Mhm.
and this explorative act that we get to do with one another and learning each other over and over and over again, you know? So it's this act of discovery, because when you think of any type of performance, there's nerves, there's anxiety, right, that comes with it, versus this is a safe space for us to be able to explore our bodies. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
why do men look at it like it's all on you, the pressure's on you to perform, when it takes two of us to tangle?
It do. And I can't speak for every guy,
Right.
but just in my experience and some of the men that I've talked with, when it comes to, so I don't know if you knew or not, but you're not alone. I had sex before marriage too.
Oh, really?
I did. I did.
It's under the blood.
It is.
We have definitely repented.
But either way, like when you think about just how vulnerable of a space that is, you know what I'm saying? Like, and when you think about how performing well as a man sexually makes you feel, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, like I did it. Like it's just a big part of a guy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think it's because men, most of the time, like when you think of culturally and like being young, like high school days, men, it was like you got a pat on the back. Like there was bragging rights that came with your sexual performance or even your sexual body count. So I wonder if
Part of
that's
it.
this pressure that's felt.
part of it.
Because if somebody was to dog you out and it got around, like that would be really shameful and embarrassing.
Very shameful and embarrassing, but I think it's part of it, because even if you take the social rejection part of it, meaning like all your friends that you want to get a pat on the back from, you take away all that, you take away everything except for the actual couple,
Mm-hmm.
and you have that person look at you in disgust, like, dang, like I wanted the climax, but you can't get me there.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't got nothing to do with them. It has more to do with like, dang, like this is the one area where like I'm low key kind of mostly in control.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can't perform. Like it's honestly it's hard to really say.
Maybe it's I can't please you in the way you desire.
I mean, yeah, that's a nicer way of saying it. You know what I'm saying? But like at the end of the day, like I think the reality is it's just a big part of our identity. Now it's not like our complete identity, especially as husbands who are married.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's something that we like pride ourselves on. You know what I'm saying? Like it's something I pride myself on. You know what I'm saying? Like to make sure we have a healthy sex life and we're talking about
Pride
it.
comes before destruction.
And I
Okay, go ahead.
almost had
Go ahead.
almost had a destruction joke.
No, please don't. Keep going. Keep going.
You're right. Pride did go before destruction. Did I destroy it? Or did I not?
Okay. Well, I knew this was gonna end bad. Oh my gosh. Keep going.
Your fault. But no, I just think that when it comes to, I just think there's just such a thing about like us being able to perform that's just a big part of us. You know what I'm saying? Whether
It's
you
really sad when you think about it. I'm like, ooh, it seems like just so much pressure on you guys as men. You know what I mean?
It is
I'm like,
pressure,
ooh.
but the thing is, and that's the point I was getting at, the pressure is not simply because of us. if we didn't perform well as husbands, and if let's just say certain men didn't perform well and their spouse approached them with like, I mean, it's cool, like not making it a big deal,
Mhm.
like it's just a part of it. There's
Yeah.
going to be times where you bust quick, times where you don't.
Mhm.
Then we can look forward to the next time versus like the husband saying like, dang, like the next time I have to. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Like you said, it take two to tango, and
Right.
that's what that is as well.
Okay.
No ways, gonna love you and always. No doubt you're my blessing. Ain't no second guessing. No one can separate. We find a good thing. Even after the altar, it's marriage in motion.